and they were very good friends when they were young. Yeah. So one day they decided that we are going outside to a nearby field and take just a small trench and walk and
our online viewers, this is African Citizen Show, the online trending show, and today we are going to speak about a topic that is identity and to know yourself. Of course, as long as you have a life, you have to know yourself, and we have an amazing guest. He's a man of God, he's a minister of gospel, he's a mentor, and he's a teacher. He's going to introduce himself and to teach us about identity.
I'm really humbled to be in this show. This is Mr. Kelvin Nyakundi, the gospel minister. I'm really humbled because today we're going to talk about identity, and that is what we are here for. Thank you.
What is identity?
Thank you so much, Shadrach Major, the founder of the African Citizen Show. I'm really humbled to be here, and we're going to discuss about identity because that's a question that most of the young people are asking themselves. What is identity and how can we identify ourselves? Actually, identity is self-realization. Is a stage whereby you can know yourself and you can identify yourself and you can know yourself by asking so many questions. Like, for example, what is my purpose in this life? What was I created for? And what did God purpose me to come and do in this generation? Yeah, that's how I can actually explain it. Yeah.
And actually, sometimes we realize that a majority of the youths, they don't know what is identity.
True.
What do you have for them today?
I will start by telling them my story. Personally, I'm a gospel minister. Me, coming to identify myself until I was at the university, that's when I came to know who is Nyakundi and what was Nyakundi purpose to do. Because you can see in my younger age, from age 0 to age around age 18, I had not known yet what was my purpose or what was my identity in this nation or in this country. But immediately I joined the university. I got to interact with people. I got to do so many research. I got to read so many things. I was a person who was disturbed to know what is happening in our country, outside country. And through that, I identified myself that there's something that I was created to do. And there was something that I was purposed to. Then I started praying and asking God, God, what did you create me for in this generation? Then I remember at a certain place I was praying at church, and God deposited a song in my heart. And when I went back to the hostels, I found myself writing a song down the book. And that is how I identify myself to be a gospel minister. I can say that is how you can first pray to God, ask God, what was I created for to do in this nation? And what is my purpose in this nation? Exactly.
Mr. Kelvin, you've talked about identity and maybe how you identified yourself. And maybe for the sake of the upcoming generation, to the people in high schools maybe, and also to the people that are maybe in primary school, what advice maybe can you tell them for them to identify themselves so early, to avoid the mistakes of identifying themselves when maybe it's too late?
Number one, you must be a prayerful person.
Yeah.
Number two, you must believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Number three, you must be a risk taker. Number four, you must be a person who is very passionate and very vigorous as a young youth, ready to achieve what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Why do I say you need to have purpose in life? I want to give you a short story. There was two boys in Zambia. One was called John and another one was called Peter. John was 10 years old and Peter was 7 years old. So John was the elder, but they were too young. Those are young people of a small age. So these people lived together. Their parents lived together, and they were very good friends when they were young. Yeah. So one day they decided that we are going outside to a nearby field and take just a small trench and walk and play football around and enjoy together. So as they were going, it happened that Peter akaanguka kwa kisima fulani. Walikuwa wanacheza tumbali na home kidogo kwa uwanja. So Peter alikuwa yule mkubwa na John alikuwa yule mdogo. So wakati Peter alianguka kwa kisima, John alipiga nduru, but hakukuwa na mtu anaweza msaidia hapo. Hakukuwa na mtu anaweza fanya kitu, but kulikuwa na kichoteo juu ya kisima. So John akachukua hiyo kichoteo akarusha ndani, akadumbukisha ndani. Akasema hata kama hakuna mtu lazima niokoe beshte yangu. So alijiamini, alijibelieve yeye mwenyewe. So venye alirusha ikahappen ile kichoteo ikaenda ikakaa na yule kijana akakalia tu hiyo kichoteo. So kijana akaanza kuvuruta. Akaanza kuvuruta, akavuruta hatimaye akamtoa.
Wow.
Na alikuwa mdogo. Hasa wakati wanarudi nyumbani, huyu kijana mwingine ameloa, wanaambia neighbors wao, nimetoa huyu kijana alikuwa ameanguka kwa kisima, but hakuna mtu alimbelieve. Anko yake akakuja akamwambia ni nini hamkosi kubelieve kwa huyu mtoto? Kitu anasema ni ameweza kutoa jamaa mwingine kwa kisima. Mbona hamwezi believe kitu kama hiyo? Why am I saying this? You are the only person who can believe in yourself.
Yeah.
People won't believe in you.
Yeah.
If you can't believe in yourself, you can't identify yourself. So let us always have that urge of sacrifice, believing in ourselves, committing ourselves in what we do, and being vigorous and very active in whatever we do.